to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start. That is not the way you want to start, with the kickoff going out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. He's at the... and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Ohio State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's going to take off. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Caught near the sticks. It's Norton. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You still got to deal, and you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or 2 conference games and get yourself out of the mix here right at the end when you're so close to the finish line.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Using his legs, it's Brink. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Scanning the field, it's Carr. Looking for a big play. Intercepted.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The give to the tailback. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Leaves it with the back. Finds a crease at the 20. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you're running back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
Using his feet. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Dropping back, it's Carr. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Creates a little space.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Off the play fake. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Power football with the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And that last completion left them short of the sticks. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Norton. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, it just seems as if that ISO play just never really had a chance to develop.
Yeah, but if I'm that running back, good Lord, I'm looking for something. There wasn't any space on the inside, so he tried to bounce it outside and try to make a hole, but sometimes you just run that thing downhill, lower your shoulder, try to get a yard or two, and you bounce it outside, you get lost and put your offense in a worse situation.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Carr. Here's a heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bowl. It's guys flying around, giving great effort, and getting to the football. But it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position.
There he goes to the right. The 20. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
How about that job after the catch on a critical third down? He's able to make people miss. He's able to use his speed. Ball was thrown out in front of him so he could advance it, and all of a sudden, this offense set up 1st and goal.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Fears the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Right down the middle. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the air, it's St. Clair. He unleashes a long one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots, so they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. The play-action fake. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Fires to the big fella, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Back to throw, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was in that last one.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Now they'll run the draw. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. To the ground with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be third and long. To the air. It's St. Clair. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Buckeyes will punt it away on fourth down. No chance for a return. He makes a fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Looking to throw on first down. Rush is on him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
Off play action. Grab behind the line. It's Harris. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And when you're on defense, and it's wet, and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Touchdown, Ohio State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it has gone final in that fascinating Pac-12 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Arizona State answered the bell away from Tempe today with an impressive victory. The Sun Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. Fun one in the Pac-12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. Gonna take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Let's go. They'll move the wide receiver. Gonna run it. It's Hill. Turning it on. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the route is on.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll give it to the back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They give it to him again. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll run it to the right. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got some space. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Handoff from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Toss sweep right. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires the pass, intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the returner will be knocked down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, 2nd and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. 3rd and short, I still got 4th down as well. So don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action, because defense a lot of times really expects run. Then I could take some big shots and man coverage down the field.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They want that clock to run. Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. And the Huskies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Snagged in the middle. It's Eldridge. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they